Okay, go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Pro Line as we head to championship weekend in the NFL. Jim Feist is here. I'm Dave Cokin. Before we get to championship weekend, hockey and basketball winners for me last night, and I've got more hockey and more basketball tonight. One NBA game, one NHL game, and they're both at JimFeist.com. Available right now. Jim, how about yourself?
Well, like I said yesterday, Dave, I've been a little bit of a slump. Last night I turned it around, had a good night in the hoops. And, when you get on a roll, negative or positive, it gives you that confidence feeling. And I'm ready to roll through the weekend. Nothing much tonight in college hoops. It's a very small schedule. I don't have anything posted. But tomorrow, there's a lot of great matchups tomorrow in college hoops. You just can't miss out on these. It's just so. If you have 24 hours, you should just spend it watching hoops on tomorrow because it's awesome. And then, of course, Sunday with the big playoff games, and of course, still looming is the question about Tom Brady. So that's a big issue that we have to all deal with until we figure it out. But I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to it on Brady. I mean, I think it's more noise than anything else. They did the MRI, came back negative. There's no fractures. I'm sure his hand's a little bit sore, but they'll fix that up. By Sunday, I'd be shocked if he's not fine.
I agree. I agree. The line has come way down, Dave, and we see some sevens out there now. And I did this on another podcast. I'm going to give out a free play here. I'll do it right now. And this, of course, is assuming Tom Brady's okay. So it's a little bit of a leap of faith. But I feel New England will win the game against Jacksonville. Now, that's not, a big news flash to anybody. It would take something for Jacksonville could cover the game. I'm not saying that. They could also win the game, but I don't know what that percentage is. I think New England will win this game. Okay, so if I'm correct, then they're going to go to Minnesota and play either the Vikings or the Eagles. If they play the Vikings, their Patriots will be favored probably by 3 or 3.5. I've seen both numbers out there, projected lines. If they play Philadelphia, they'll be about 6.5. Which means it could be 6 or 7. Now, in each case, New England's the favorite. And in each case, they will be, 130 to 150 money line? Well, in this game here against Jacksonville, if you can find the number, and if Brady is announced to be playing, you will find the number, and it'll probably be somewhere between minus 105 and minus 120 New England to win the Super Bowl. So basically, you have a 7-point favorite in game 1 going to a favorite position in game 2 in the Super Bowl at basically pick 'em or minus 6 to 5, which would be 120. So I have bet New England to win the Super Bowl. That's the win, not cover spreads. That's just the win. Now, when you get to the Super Bowl, if you don't like that side, and maybe I won't like that side, we'll have to see how they play this weekend and because these other two teams, Minnesota and Philadelphia, both can play well, and they have good defenses, much better than New England has. And so you might decide to bet the dog. Well, you could have New England basically minus pick'em, which is even money, or close to even money, and then take the dog plus 3.5 up to 6.5 or 7, depending on which team it is, and have a free roll for a middle. So that's what I'm doing, and I have done it, and I've done it substantially. So that's my free advice to anybody out there who wants to do it.
Well, that makes perfect sense. It really does. And, it's almost a no. Obviously, you have to win the weekend, this weekend's game against Jacksonville, but if you do that, you're in great shape at that point.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. If not everybody bets football to make money. They bet it for entertainment. But if you're betting it to make money, right, and you're serious about it, I mean, if you can do it, if you have the kind of money, if you can put $20,000-$50,000 on New England to win the Super Bowl at that price, and then come back. I mean, there's a lot of markets open for Super Bowl. Everybody takes action, big action. So, I mean, you can make a substantial payday. If you don't have that kind of bankroll, it could be 100, 200, 500, you know. So, the bottom line is I'm giving you advice that a professional bettor, not only me, but a lot of professional bettors would say, that's a no-brainer. You have to do it.
Yeah, and I'm going to do it myself. Makes perfect sense. You know, if you can get yourself an edge, well, that's all you're looking for. This could end up being a big edge.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Now, of course, if New England goes out and loses to Jacksonville, we're all screwed.
Well, look, if they lose at home to Jacksonville, then congratulations to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I haven't made a play yet this weekend, but if I do play it, there's only one way I play it, and that's the Patriots. I don't go against New England when it matters. It's as simple as that. I don't care what and the funny thing is, my numbers, the models for this game indicate it's going to be a close game, but it doesn't really matter to me. I think you throw out the numbers. There's two teams you throw out the numbers on in the NFL. One is the Cleveland Browns, and the other is the New England Patriots. The two extremes. The Browns, if you've played the numbers, the metrics, you've just gotten destroyed over the past two seasons because they keep on showing up as a team to play on the spread, and obviously the results have been disastrous. The flip side of it is when, you know, I've lost count of the number of occasions where the Patriots, we know the line's inflated. That's the odds makers, any odds maker in the country will tell you, in the world for that matter, will tell you, yes, the Patriots numbers are inflated because we know where the action's going to be whenever they play. Doesn't much matter. They keep on covering the spread anyway. And to me, that's how you approach this weekend's game. If you're going to bet it, to me, it's bet New England or don't bet at all.
Dave, I got to add something to that. And I'm not picking on the city of Cleveland here, but Cleveland Cavaliers, who also reside in the same city as the Browns, this team is a disaster. A disaster. I'm talking about.
You know what?
I'm talking. Why do people continually, Dave? Why do people continually bet on this team? They're 6-27.
I don't know. That's stupid.
They're 6-27 against the spread.
Yeah, we're just stupid. Okay, that's to me. If you're betting Cavaliers in a regular season game, you're an idiot. Period. They don't care about it. That is as clear as day. They do not care about these games. They're just warm-up games until the playoffs. I'm going to tell you, in the NBA, I cut way back on my volume. And I'm only playing, at this point, I doubt I'll be playing more than 2 or 3 games a week. And all I'm looking for is situations where I'm almost positive I'm going to get a big effort out of one particular team in the game. It worked the other night with the Bulls. It was a bad spot for the Warriors. Golden State went through the motions. They won the game anyway, but they didn't cover. And there's the game tonight that I think is a really good betting situation. It's got nothing to do with the metrics. I'm not even making, I'll be honest, I'm not even making numbers for the NBA games right now. I think it's a waste of time. I'm looking specifically for situations. And as far as Cleveland goes, I haven't made a bet on the Cavaliers. Well, I don't remember the last time I made a bet on the Cavaliers. And the chances are I will not make a single bet on them until the playoffs start. And then maybe I'll reassess things at that point. But, sometimes it's as simple as reading results. Okay? And the results will tell you the Cavaliers are just, they're playing these games because they have to play them. That's all.
I agree. 6-27 at home against the spread. 12 covers the entire year. They've covered the spread 12 times the entire year. Absolute disaster, money burner. If you're going to bet on these games, just send your money to charity. You know, you got either you bet against Cleveland or you don't bet. It's that simple. Now, but we'll have to update that on a week basis. If they get down near the playoffs and they start caring just to get their timing right, that's a different case. But so far this year, it's been crazy, absolutely crazy. Dave, we got another game we haven't talked much about. It was the Minnesota-Philadelphia game. That's most people will say Minnesota's the better team. They have their third down on defense is amazing. They 23% conversions against their defense all year, which is astronomically good. Case Keenum has won a ton of games this year. Nick Foles has only played a few. Miracle that they're there. I mean, after what happened last week, I still don't understand that play, but it was just one of those crazy things. I'm not unhappy about it, but it was absolutely incredible. So they're there, and if you believe in blind faith, you can go with them again. But here's a question I have on this, Dave, and this is a question for you. They're a 3-point or 3.5-point favorite at Philadelphia. If this was a neutral game, would they be a 7.5, 6.5 point favorite?
Yeah.
Are they really that much better than Philadelphia?
We'll find out. I can tell you one thing. The Atlanta Falcons were a 3-point favorite at Philadelphia last weekend, and now the Vikings are a 3-point favorite at Philadelphia this weekend. So, to me, if you're looking at value, strictly value, you play the Vikings this game. That's not an indication that I'm going to play the game or that I'm going to do that, because I don't think playoffs are about value. I think the playoffs are a different animal altogether. But if you're just looking at the line, you can't tell me Minnesota and Atlanta are even on a neutral field, and yet that's what the line is telling you.
Well, how about if we look at the result instead of the line? I can represent here that the Atlanta line last week against Philadelphia was a terrible line, and based on the way their goal line red zone play this year for Atlanta was absolutely horrendous, and it would continue to be so last week. So they should have not been favored at Philadelphia, which is why I had the Eagles in the game, and it turned out that well. And but Minnesota is definitely better than Atlanta, but Philadelphia should not have been the dog last week. So I'd say that comparing lines, maybe let's look at what this game should be. So
I think actually they got it. It's probably where it should be now. The line was off by a field goal last week. That line should have been taken. But that's a true line. They put up a line based on what was going to get bet. And from that standpoint, they did a good job, because they got a lot of Atlanta money last week. A lot of Atlanta bets, and they all got blown up. The books did extremely well last weekend. They had a phenomenal weekend. They've upped the bottom of that. The bettors got killed last weekend. Not talking about the sharp money necessarily, but just overall. This was a monster weekend for the books.
Dave, college basketball has been, a lot of these big favorites and teams that playing at home, laying 7, laying 12, 13. This is a different kind of a season than your normal college basketball season. Many of these big favorites, these strong teams, these high-rated teams, are not just not covering, but they're just not winning. We had a couple big upsets last night. It's pretty amazing what's going on.
I think nothing unusual about that to me. And there's going to be games I'm not involved in. I don't pay much attention to those. I'm a situational player in college basketball as well, and it doesn't always work. But that's more what I go on than anything else. That's where I have my success. When I get too number oriented, I don't do that well. So, I'm rarely going to be involved in real big number games. So, to me, it's not the same as the NBA, but it's not that far from it. The regular season is more meaningful because you got to do well enough to get to the tournament in the first place. But that's when the real season begins. Anyway, we'll see what ends. Look, I've got a good situation to play tonight in the NBA. My NHL's been really good this season. Really good. I'm having a terrific hockey season. And I've got to play tonight in the NHL. They're both online right now at litt.com. I don't think I'm going to sell a football game this weekend because I don't really have a strong opinion on either game. And I'm only selling what I think are the best plays. So if you want to get the best stuff, go to the website right now. Get 2 winners tonight and get yourself set up to have some fun this weekend.
We're going to have a big weekend, Dave. Good luck to you. JimFeist.com All the plays are there. VegasSportsMasters.com. All the plays are there as well. So make sure you go to those sites, check them out. We've got great information, articles, podcasts, everything's there. So, Dave, have a great weekend. Everybody out there, have a great weekend. Let's win lots of money. We'll check back on Monday.